Hi guys, welcome to a very different kind of video today than the ones that I've done before. Something came up the other day that reminded me of a situation that happened long time ago now, and I thought it would make a interesting story to tell you guys. This is the time that I had to threaten to call the police if a TV celebrity that was in a play didn't stop harassing me. So basically, I went to see a play which had a TV celebrity in it, someone fairly well known off of the television. I'm not going to say who because I don't want to bring the whole thing up again. I went to see the play, I reviewed it as I normally do. It was a fairly positive, average review of the show, but I made one comment about one of the actors, which wasn't a bad comment at all, in my opinion. And when I tweeted the link, I didn't copy any of the actors into it, and within minutes I'd had a reply from this particular actor with a screenshot or a photo that they'd taken of their script of the part of the play that they thought I was referencing when I mentioned how I felt about their performance. And basically it said, this is how I was supposed to do it, this is how I was directed, and then that passive-aggressive capital letters, please amend, saying your review's wrong, correct it. So I ignored it because, you know, as a reviewer, it's your opinion and you don't correct things. It's just not the way it works. You write it, it's your opinion, as long as it's justified, fine. So within about an hour, I got a phone call from the PR company for the show, asking me, saying that this person was very upset by what I'd written, and could I potentially consider changing it because I was potentially calling into question the person's professionalism. And I looked back and I listened to what they said, and I said, you know what, I wouldn't normally change anything I write in a review because it's my opinion. I said, I understand how what I've written could be interpreted by some people as saying something that I didn't mean. So I said, okay, I will change it. So I amended the sentence, thought nothing more of it. Later that day, I got a missed call on my phone. I never answer my phone to anyone because the only people that call me are PPI and people telling me I've had an accident and I can claim for it. Nobody who knows me calls me because hilariously there, as I just said, nobody calls me because I don't answer. My phone rang from an unknown number, so I haven't answered that. So I had a missed phone call from this unknown mobile number, and I listened to the voicemail, and it was this person from this TV show and this play. And I thought, oh my God, you know, because I was a big fan of their work. I liked the TV show that they were on. It was just asking me to call them. I don't think a reviewer should ever get personally involved with any kind of contact. If I'd have spoken to him, it was gonna just be, you know, why did you say this about me? I don't agree with what you said. It's what I'd said, and that was that. So no more needed to be said, I thought. Then I had 3 more missed calls and voicemails, getting more and more angry throughout the day. And I thought, wow, this person really just can't let this issue go. The next morning, first thing, I woke up to a very long email from this person. So not only had they found out my phone number, which I never give to anyone really, they'd also found out my email address, and they called me Edward in the email, which, you know, my name is Ed, it is Edward, but at that point no one really knew. It could have been any kind of Ed variation. And basically it said, this is the most brutal piece of criticism I have ever received in over 11 years of my career. I mean, it was bizarre. This email went on for a long time saying how upset the person was, and it was bizarre. So I didn't reply. I forwarded it on to the PR company because, you know, these are the things that they should be dealing with. And I said, you know, you might want to have a look at this. Left it. Nothing more. I had another email, countless more phone calls, and in the end I said, do you know what, this person just needs to let this go. So the PR company contacted them. We had so many phone calls about it. just asking if I could maybe explain why I said this and why I said that, then maybe they could be more at peace with it. So it went on for ages. I'm really giving you the abridged version here. So the next day, I got a buzz on my front door. I lived in a secure phone entry building, and it was Interflora, the flower company. So I let them in, and I answered the door. It was a big bunch of flowers with a card in it, and I opened it, and the card just said, "See you tomorrow." And I thought, fuck. I thought, not only do they have my phone number, my email address, my name, now they know where I live, and they're sending me flowers with a message saying, "I know where you live, and I'll see you tomorrow." I honestly thought they were going to come and be sitting outside of my house, to the point where for a couple of days you could get the lift down to the basement and walk under the underground car park to go up through a different exit. So I actually did that for a few days because I thought they might just be sitting outside my front door. It turned out my boyfriend was away, and he'd sent me flowers because he was coming home to say, "I'll see you tomorrow." So I panicked. You know, that was a stupid thing, but it had got to that point where I thought, oh my God, you know, this person is potentially this crazy that they would send me flowers saying, "I'm coming to your house." So it was bizarre. At the end of the run of the show, the day after it finished, I had another email from the person saying things like, "I'm still suffering severe anxiety as a direct result of it, often losing sleep, and am pleading for your empathy. I am really struggling and spending/wasting an awful lot of time thinking about it, and I beg for your understanding. I have never been bothered by a review to this painful extent." Okay, so let me tell you what it was I wrote in this review. The one and only line I wrote about this person in my review was, "It appeared they struggled with their lines, which made it uneasy to watch." That is the entire review I wrote of that person. That is all I wrote about them. I wrote nothing else, just that one line. And that caused countless emails, phone calls, begging, pleading with me to change it because they were having sleepless nights, their anxiety was through the roof, and it was the worst thing that anyone had ever written about them. Come on. It was highly amusing at the time, but then it got quite scary to the point where I did have to say to the PR company after this final email, I said, "This is really verging on harassment now, and he needs to let this go or I'm going to have to call the police." It had really got to that point. Now, I'm sorry, but if you're going to get that worked up over a review, let alone a review that isn't really negative at all, then you shouldn't be reading reviews. If you're an actor and you can't handle reading what's written about you, don't read it. Leave it alone. So that was my story about the time that I had to threaten to call the police on a TV celebrity because they wouldn't leave me alone after something I wrote in a review. It was a very bizarre experience, but it was years ago now, so I feel like I can finally talk about it. So thanks for watching. Please do give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, share it with all your friends because it makes me very happy to get new subscribers and new comments, and it doesn't cost you anything. So share the love, and I will see you next week.